I really don't understand why you're not listening. Why you're not listening to ordinary people. There's been an outpouring right across the country, and you can wave all your graphs all you want, but really listen to people. Listen to ordinary people. There's a young woman who wrote to me. She wrote to lots of people this week, right? And I think it's important just maybe I read out what she said. And listen to this. She says, "My own situation is becoming unbearable. Despite being in a dual-income household, I haven't been able to afford home heating oil for 3 weeks. 3 weeks without heat. Not because I've been irresponsible, but because I simply cannot afford it anymore. And at the same time, I'm paying extortionate rent for a home that I can't even properly live in. Damp is setting in because I can't afford to heat it. I feel trapped. I'm being squeezed from every angle with no relief. And the future feels completely out of reach." She went on to say, "I'll never own my own home in this country despite working full-time and doing what I was told, going to college, getting the degree. As a working-class child of 2 working-class parents, that dream is gone. There is no pathway forward, only increasing pressure and diminishing hope." They're the people you need to be listening to, not waving your graphs. Listen to ordinary people and respond. And you know the response this week is you wouldn't cut a single cent of carbon tax from home heating oil. Tánaiste, she's in a house that she can't heat for 3 weeks. She works full-time. Her partner does the same. And you ignored her this week because you're not listening and you're completely out of touch.
No, it's quite the opposite, in fact. Quite the opposite, in fact. And people are living through very tough and very challenging times. But, Deputy Doherty, you've got to be honest with that person who wrote to you as well. Your measures, and I'm telling you, like, you can talk about waving grass, but facts matter. I had your measures assessed by officials in my department, and they came back and said it wasn't doable, and that it would have. And I'm going. No, well, hang on a second. May I speak, please? Thank you. Revenue does not hold records of individual end users when it comes to home heating oil. If we did what you propose, and I'm accepting. You are. With regard to a proposed amendment for solid fuel carbon tax, the Sinn Féin amendment proposes reverting to 2023 rates and backdating the reversal to the 1st of May 2023. I'm going to write to you, Deputy, and explain to you the practical challenges with your measures. There are practical challenges. But can I also say something else? Because you had your time, and I think the people deserve better than shouting and roaring. You had your time. Can I also make this point? We cannot get through this global economic crisis if every week we come into this House and the proposal is abolish taxes and spend more. That is not a sustainable way through this. Abolish taxes and spending more would not steer us through. What I say to that person is, we have her back. We brought in one of the largest packages in the European Union. We've reduced excise. They're benefiting from that at the pump. We've extended fuel and we will work through this together. While you refuse to condemn intimidation against Gardaí this week, you refuse to stand by. She didn't. But you refuse.
Deputy Doherty
refuses because you refuse to condemn time and time again the blockades. You're now in favour of blockades, and we can't.
Hang on, Deputy Doherty, you put the question. The Tánaiste has attempted to answer.
But not to this fellow over here who's completely out of touch.